What's up, everyone? James Lynch here, doing a quick video on the main event for Saturday's UFC card. It's UFC Vegas 37, and it's going to be featuring Anthony Smith taking on Ryan Spann. I'm going to go for the screen here. You can look for yourself. This fight's going to be taking place at the Apex, and like I mentioned in the main card preview video, this is going to be an earlier card. Main card starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. The odds right now do have Anthony Smith as a favorite on most books. He's also Ryan Spann, the underdog, on pretty much most books as well. Understandable. Anthony Smith, a lot more experience. Anthony Smith's fought for a title. Ryan Spann has not. So let's look at the tail of the tape here. 35-16 record compared to just 19-6. So a lot more fights there for Lionheart. He's 33 years old. Ryan Spann 30, 6'4" to 6'5", 76-inch reach, 81-inch reach for the Fortis MMA product. Ryan Spann Spann training at Fortis, Anthony Smith training at Factory X. Let's take a look at their last fights and kind of give you guys what you can expect here. So Anthony Smith is coming off a win over Jimmy Crute. A bit of a weird win where Jimmy Crute ended up hurting his leg in the fight, so it was awarded a TKO victory for Anthony Smith. Prior to that, he had a quick win over Devin Clark, but prior to that loss, though, the fight, I should say, he lost back-to-back fights to Glover Teixeira and Alexander Rakic. Teixeira getting a fifth-round finish and Rakic getting a decision. There were fights he clearly lost. Actually, the Teixeira fight, he looked good early on, and then he ended up losing late in the fight, which I think shows his durability. I think the Lionheart nickname is good for a reason, in that he's very difficult to finish. Rakic couldn't finish him, and Teixeira couldn't finish him as well. Teixeira, I just want to remind people, is fighting for the light heavyweight title in October, and Rakic is probably going to be fighting a top name as well in his next fight. So not bad losses to have on the resume. Other than that, he has a win over Gustafsson, former title challenger, lost to John Jones, but did go the distance, beat Volkan Ozdemir, beat Mauricio Shogun and Rashad Evans. So he's looked pretty good overall since moving up to light heavyweight in 2018. Anthony Smith, really good resume in the division. Speaking of good resumes, Ryan Spann looked great in his last fight, knocking out Misha Cirkunov. That was a really good win. Lost to Johnny Walker in a fight that honestly could have gone either way. Walker was throwing some bombs, Spann was throwing some bombs. Spann was very close to finishing Johnny Walker. Walker just happened to get the better of him, so don't really fault him for that loss. He went out on a shield in that one. He beat Sam Alvey prior to that, beat Devin Clark, who's also on this card. A Little Nog beat him as well. So realistically, if you look at his record, he's actually looked pretty great overall in the UFC. Just the one loss here, but this is a big step up for him, taking on Anthony Smith, who is, like I said, fought for a title and fought just a lot better competition overall. So in terms of this matchup, here's how I'm looking at this. I think Anthony Smith's going to win. I think the odds are right where they need to be. My only concern here is Smith has taken a lot of damage in his career. You look at the Rakic fight, you look at the Glover Teixeira fight, he was finished in that one, but those were late finishes. I don't think Ryan Spann's going to go out there and finish Anthony Smith early, but if he does win, it likely is going to be early. So what I would recommend to you guys is, if you think Ryan Spann's going to win this fight, I would look at that round one prop, or maybe the knockout prop, instead of just taking him. I mean, you could just take him as a dog if you wanted to, because I think Spann's only way of winning is early in the fight. But that's the problem. Anthony Smith, you look at the resume here, you look at his losses, they're not early finishes, they're late. And typically, I mean, this Thiago Santos loss was in the second round, but that was when he fought at middleweight, where he's cutting a lot of weight and more susceptible to the knockout. But even Glover, there's a fifth round finish. Rakic couldn't finish him. I think Smith's durability will hold up. I think even if they do decide to stand and trade and Spann gets the better of him, I think Smith, with how durable he is, he can take this fight into deep waters. Because remember, Anthony Smith has way more main event experience. This is a 5-round fight, so I think that definitely favors Anthony Smith. I just think on paper, Anthony Smith is a better fighter as well. The only thing that does worry me, though, is that power from Ryan Spann. I think he has the ability to knock out Smith, but like I said, if it goes past the first round, I think Smith has that advantage, and that's why I'm picking him in this fight, because I think Smith will survive the early onslaught and he'll take over in the fight. The question is, how does Smith win? Does he get a late finish, which I think is possible, or potentially a decision in this fight? But I do like Anthony Smith here. I just want to warn people, though, it's not a slam dunk pick. The odds are close for a reason. Spann has the ability, I think, to knock out Anthony Smith, and maybe this is the fight where Anthony Smith does get knocked out early. Maybe the stats are telling us something else, but just from what I've seen on paper, Anthony Smith should win this fight. And like I said, it's going to be a later finish, I think, when Spann tires out, or potentially a decision. So I don't know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who are you picking to win Saturday's main event between Ryan Spann and Anthony Smith? Let me know. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel here at OddsChecker US, where you can find my breakdowns every single week, along with my fighter interviews. I'm James Lynch. Enjoy the fights this weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week.